Guys, we are back out here at my shop now. Huge shout out to my neighbor. As you saw in that last little time lapse, we got the engine and transmission out of that CG. Realized that there were a couple sensors missing on the transmission, so he ended up cutting an even better deal, 200 bucks guys for the engine and transmission. The engine doesn't have a valve cover, so I have to get the CD5 back on the ground, get this out so that we can definitely get the engine in just in case it decides to rain today. But the valve cover is no issue. We can get one of those. The transmission is missing a shift solenoid or two. We can get those as well. No big deal. Don't even know, honestly guys, if the solenoids from the Accord are the same as the Odyssey. I know nothing about this transmission working in my Odyssey, but I cannot find anything online about it. So I am gonna try to document it. Hopefully it works, guys. It's got to, man. It's the same freaking motor, same year car. It just should work, right? It really should work, right? But anyway, so got that in the truck. What I'm gonna do now is go ahead. We also got the wheels mounted on the new tires mounted on the new wheels for the CD5. So here is a little glimpse of those. They are all mounted up, brand new, fresh, meaty boys all the way around. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these thrown on the car and we'll get this thing bagged out. I wanna get the motor and transmission in first, then we'll probably pull this car back in. I need to dial in the alignment a little bit. And yeah, by the end of this, man, hopefully this thing will be sitting just right, minty, and we'll have us a pretty damn good video overall. I think that engine and transmission is super dope, man. I'm super hype about that. I'm ready to get this van going. I don't know, I don't think I've updated y'all, but by the time you're watching this should be Monday's video. Today's Friday. By the time you're watching this, I want you to know that I have already ordered my subs for the van. Those that are interested in the van setup, I am running 4 RI Audio 15s. They are brand new fall line from a company on eBay, which I can't remember the company, but I will put it on the screen right now for you guys if you're interested. They were super cheap, but they stack up really good, and there are 1 or 2 videos on them on YouTube right now. And the one dude that did dyno runs with them saw over 3,000 watts on one sub, and not for a long time, but I mean 3,000 watts, guys. They're rated for 1,000 RMS, so 3,000 watts, like 2,000 is double. That's pushing it. So 3,000 watts, and I mean he repeatedly did like 2,700 watts on that thing, and it took every bit of it. So I think we're gonna be doing all right with the subs. So now what I've been trying to do today is get someone to hit me back with the battery setup. I can't get in touch with Kev. I can't get in touch with this one guy has the Limitless Lithium 1200 12,000, something like that. The big blue battery, big blue lithium battery setup thing, and a charger. He has it posted for 1,000. I'm trying my best to for him to let me get it for 800. But the guy, I don't know, it's like he messaged me, then he doesn't, and it's like, I thought he was okay with it because he was like, at first he was like, I'm in VA and I'm in North Carolina, so I'm like, but I don't care. If you'll do the 800, I'll come to you, like no issues. But I don't know, like he opens it and just doesn't say anything back. So I don't know if he just ain't interested in the 800. Perfectly fine. I mean, the battery is, they sell for 1,200 without the charger. So as long as the battery is good, I mean, it's definitely worth the $1,000 he's asking. But I'm just trying to get deals, guys. I'm trying to do this for the best deal possible. And if I could score that freaking battery, that would be a big plus. Also got a line up in Winston-Salem for a 96 amp hour lithium setup that this guy builds himself. They be brand new setups, like he build them for you. And he has a 96 amp hour for 700. He told me since I'm so far away, I could get it for 685 bucks. So I'm also leaning toward that, but with that, I also have to buy the charger. The charger he uses is 55 bucks. So yeah, it's about 700. So that $100 difference, and the Virginia one is actually closer, which is why I'm trying to get that lithium set up. It's a name brand. I know it works, and it just would be nice, but we'll see how things play out as the evening unfolds. It's like 12:30 now, so we'll see. But yeah, with all this talking out the way, I'm trying to keep y'all updated. I'm gonna go ahead and get these wheels thrown on. We'll get this car bagged out. We get Rambo bagged up, try to get the engine and transmission out and on a rolling dolly so we can move it around, get that thing stored over out of the way, and yeah, continue on with the video. So here's the engine, guys, and transmission. I mean, guys, I got every freaking thing, man. Starter, I mean, everything, bro. Everything for this whole setup. Alternator, fucking AC compressor, power steering pump, like everything with the engine, bro, for 200 bucks. So axles, I mean, the axle's still here, everything. Now, a lot of this wetness you see is because you saw how we flipped it up on the side and stuff, and a lot of the stuff was just running out. All the hoses we cut and the transmission lines were cut at the front. So that's where a lot of that comes from. But I think we can definitely use this stuff, guys. Like I said in the previous video, I do want to find another project to throw this F23 in. maybe another flip project so we can make a little more money, because as we all know, tax time is right around the corner. And if you don't know, tax time is like the time to be selling stuff. It is not the time to be buying stuff. So definitely probably gonna have to try to find something in the next week or two, hopefully, to have that we can go on and start working on and get that ready for first of the year. Because like I said, man, these Hondas hold a lot of value, especially when you can do something as simple as either swapping one of these F23s into something, or just getting one running that's already got one in it. So CG models, all of those, we could just find one that needs an engine, which I did find a coupe for 600 bucks. I may pick that up if it's not sold, but something like that, you could just stick the motor in, same year car, everything should pretty much plug and play. So that's one cool thing about it. But yeah, it's all here for whenever we do decide to do it. So let's go ahead and get this thing unloaded so that we can finish up on that CD5 out there. Gang, gang. It's probably been like 2 days since that last clip. We are back out here in the shop this morning though. I want to try to get this alignment dialed in on the CD5, because I do want to drive it this week. It's got a full tank of gas in it, brand new tires on it now. So, and I really want to just drive it some, see how the spacers do, maybe come back, check to make sure the spacers aren't coming loose, maybe at the end of the week or something, and just really get this thing dialed to where I feel absolutely comfortable driving it. So with that being said, we got to work on both the alignment and the ride height. As you all saw in previous clips, the car does need to come down some more in the front, as well as I think the back might be about right. But we'll just let that ride and see how it does. If I do have a lot of rubbing issues, I will come back and do some cutting or modification to the rear fenders to make sure that they work right. But the front, I think we can get away with just a slight pull should work. Side note, as you've seen also in the last clip or two, we did snag a limitless lithium battery, the 12K. That thing online says it should be good for 10 to 14,000 watts, depending on the alternator setup. So man, that should be more than enough for the van. And do you see how small it is? Like, lithium is so freaking unique in the small packaging. Like, that thing is so light that I can carry it with one hand, yet it can support 10,000 watts. Like, guys, this car audio game is like changing so freaking fast. The only thing, guys, honestly, I've ordered everything, man. I already put the order in for the alternator, so they'll jump on that. My sub should be here tomorrow, so I'll probably unbox and show them in the next video. So what I think I'm gonna do is try to kind of include the audio stuff in with whatever Honda content that I'm working on at the moment, just so it doesn't I want to kind of include everybody, man. All the people that watch my stuff for swaps, all the people that watch my stuff for the racing or the Mexico action. I want you guys, if you've never really been into the audio, I want you to understand just how amazing and how cool this stuff is. And hopefully I can keep y'all entertained, which is what my main goal is. Without me talking anymore, I'm gonna go ahead, get this thing jacked up in the front, try to get that alignment a little more square, and possibly come down just a little bit more in the front to make it line up better. So you can see we do have quite a bit of gap in the front. So I'm gonna go ahead, jack this thing up. We'll try to lower the coilover some more first, get the ride height spot on, and then we'll definitely move this tire in. You can see just how off that side is, and this side is pretty much spot on. Like, that's pretty damn good. And the steering wheel is straight. So yeah, definitely needs some alignment work. And again, this is just gonna be an eyeball. I really just wanna get this side smoothed out a lot more. That way we should be cool with driving it until, you know, we do get it to the alignment, which will be soon enough, I guess. So definitely don't wanna just roast tires. To put it in perspective, guys, I've been driving it like this since I lowered it, and these are the wheels that came off. And I wanna say this one here maybe is these two both were probably the front ones, but because these look like they were rears. But yeah, you can see, I mean, it's ate a little bit, but it's not like that. It's not eating it that bad. So I do want to try to straighten it up some. So that's a lot better, boys. That is a lot better. Still think I could have went a tad bit more, but that's like, man, that's a whole lot better. That is a whole lot better. And I also lowered the front down a little bit more. What I'm gonna have to do eventually, guys, is one of the subscribers commented on a video and said that if I take the Maxpeedingrods top hat off and use the stock top hat, that it'll actually get it lower. So I really want to test that out, because right now, I mean, I have like so much freaking, like I don't have any freaking preload. Like I have literally, like, when I lift the car up, I have like this much gap between the spring and the perch. Like you can move the spring around. Basically like when you get those little cheap eBay coilover, fake coilovers with the spring that goes over your stock strut. That's kind of what the fronts are looking like right now. But in which I know for a fact that that's gonna make the strut bust quicker. I know that, pause. But I don't care. I have to have this thing at a certain stance, else it's pretty much a waste of time. So that being said, that's kind of where we're at. This thing is looking freaking amazing. I think now we ought to take it out for a little rip, see how it does, see if it's fairly smooth, if it drives fairly straight. And then from there, I guess we go ahead and wrap this video up. But this thing is looking absolutely amazing, guys. These wheels are just it. Like, look at this thing. And I haven't tried to clean anything. Like, the wheels are so nasty. Like, look at this. And I can literally wipe a lot of that off. Like, it's just dirt, like almost as if they were just sitting, like just upside down somewhere in straight mud or something. But we'll get to that eventually. Right now I'm trying to make sure everything checks out. So what I'm gonna do right quick, I'm not gonna show you, but I'm gonna go around and double check all of the lugs, make sure everything's nice and tight. And then I'll resume the video once we're in the car. We'll go do our little test drive around the block. I'm gonna have to do it. I know the rear, I'm gonna have to taper those rears up. See, that's what we're hearing now. Definitely hitting on the back, but look at this front, man. Like it just looks so much more aggressive outside. You can clearly see that little line. The rears are tapping, so I think we're gonna have to go ahead and see if we can cut that out. Got that tucked up exhaust. God. So there it is, boys. As you saw in the last clip, we went ahead. This time, instead of like just cutting the whole lip out, what I did was I cut slits in it and then I just folded it up with the hammer, and that made it smooth right out, nice and flush. So we should be good to go now. I don't think we'll have any rubbing, but I guess we'll find out tomorrow, because I am gonna drive this thing to work. But guys, with that being said, I'm gonna wrap this video up right here. I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. Smack the like button for me, please. Please guys, hit the like button. That greatly helps out the channel. I will catch y'all next time. Remember, respect our bills. Peace out.